Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. Do me a favor, send me a text, 208 213 8809. And also check out my course at agencylaunch.net. My course is everything that I've learned in a 16-year career. I have a 4,300 policy agency. I run it with two people, and I grow 15% year over year. Okay. We write 100,000 in commercial. We've written 50 life policies 4 or more times. Like, I've got my systems dialed in, and I teach it all at agencylaunch.net. So go check it out. Hey, what's up? All right, today I wanted to talk about one thing, really, about how to get the most out of your team. If your team needs a shot in the arm, if your agency is underperforming, or maybe they're performing well and you're not putting this one thing into play, I can almost guarantee you that this will increase production. All right. On whatever line you want to do, focus on a line of business. I don't care if it's commercial, life, personal lines, whatever. So I love leaderboards. All right. When my name is on the top of a leaderboard, that gives me strength. I like to be near or on the top of the leaderboard. It's a thing of pride for me. It always has been, for one reason or another. I'm not going to delve into the psychology behind it, but I know that it serves me well. So knowing that, if you want your team to perform well, you need to make goals public in your agency, okay? Somehow. And it doesn't have to be public like on the front door, or if you have a staff space, break area, something around the corner, you feel more comfortable with that. And I'm talking like a simple whiteboard. So what you need to do is, if you've got people in your agency that have goals to hit, and I hope you do, I hope that your people have goals to hit. Anything from I don't care if they're a producer or they're a CSR or they're service or whatever, they should have goals to hit to help you drive business. Okay. Everybody in your agency should play some role in putting business on the books. Now, the goals don't have to be the same. They don't have to be the same between employee and employee, but you got to give them something. Okay. And I've talked about this in the past too, but it can be policies. But honestly, I think it's better if it's not policies. I think it's the activities that generate policies. It can be quotes, maybe. It can be asks. Okay. So what you do is you throw up a whiteboard in your office and you put your team members down and you write their weekly goals down. All right. So if your front desk person who answers the phone, they should have a goal. Okay. Maybe your goal is set 4 life appointments for me this month. Maybe it's write 5 umbrella policies this month. Maybe it's put on, 10 P&C policies this month. Maybe it's set 5 FFRs for me this week, whatever it is. You put their name on the board, and you put week 1, and you put the number and you write down. You're like, all right, 4 life appointments, boom. And as they work throughout the week, they got to look at that every week. And if they throw up a 0, it's going to look bad, period. I mean, they're not going to want to look bad in front of their peers. If you have producers that are supposed to do a certain amount of premium every month, their goal is $15,000 in premium this month. And then you write that down, and every time they close something, they get the satisfaction of going up and writing the number or adding it to their previous number and being like, all right, where am I at this month? All right, I just closed 2,200. I'm going to add that to my 1,600. I'm at 3,800. Okay, that's good. I'm ahead of pace. That's good. Or if they're behind, they'll come in and be like, damn it, I need to get a couple thousand fast, because I'm lagging behind. I like the whiteboard idea. I like publicly putting that out there. It needs to, I don't know, you can put it out there and see how it's received. You can put it out there with a little bit of care. You can put it out there with being like, look, I really want to increase our production in this agency. You got to put your name up there too, okay, if you're going to be producing. So if you want to lead by example, you throw your name up there with your 30,000 worth of premium or whatever you're going to write. Okay. So you put it up there, but you might want to soften the blow by just having a meeting. Say, look, you guys did awesome last year. This is great. I think there are a few things that we can do. I'm always tweaking. I'm always thinking. I'm always trying to be more efficient. I'm always trying to make sure our time is being spent properly. And I think that we can get another 15% out of this agency. I know it. I know we can write more life insurance. I know we can write more commercial. I know we can get more. I know we can do more. Okay. And it's simple. We just have to make sure that we're doing the things that are driving business, the things that I've asked you to do anyway. Okay. Maybe you don't throw the whiteboard up tomorrow. Maybe you have these conversations first, set the goals first, and then next month you kind of prep them. You're like, okay, let's sit down. Maybe you do an annual review, or maybe you're going to have a one-on-one with all of your staff meetings next week. So I'm going to sit down with them. We're going to set some goals. Okay, and you sit down with them and you collaborate with them. This isn't a goal necessarily that you're just going to throw at them. You ask them, you're like, how many umbrellas do you think you can get me every month? And have them tell you. And if they say a number that you're happy with, there you go. All right, that's a number you came up with together. Say, great, 5. You give me 5. You think you give me 6? You think you give me 7? You can kind of stretch it a little bit and see where you can land on and agree. So, we need to be writing more life insurance. And you're answering the phones. You think you can get me 4 life appointments a month or whatever? And if you get a firm yes, and that's going to be their goal. Say, awesome. We're going to try something new. I'm going to put a board up. Your goal is going to be on it. And we're going to track it. That's all. And I know that by tracking numbers and setting goals, we will hit them. Like, I have confidence at you that this is going to be something that you can do because I know you've done it before. Okay. So we're going to put it out there, and this is just going to be something to hold everybody accountable to our goals. And, and you can also throw out, maybe you want to throw out a bonus because this is new. You're asking you're asking them to do their job, but maybe you want to entice them a little bit, because if they do all hit their goals that you ask them to hit, you're going to make more money. All right. And so if that's the case, you can say, you know what, every time you hit your goal every week, $50, or something like that, or $25, or a gift card for this, or I'll buy you dinner for you and your spouse, or something like that. Right. So every month you're going to have a chance to sweeten the pot a little bit. Okay. And you can get creative with that. Say, hit it 1 week, I'm going to give you $10. 2 weeks is 20. 3 weeks is 30. And then if you do it 4 weeks in a row, $40. I'm going to give you a chance to get an extra $100 every month in cash or whatever. Okay. So that is what I would, that's my idea for you today. I think it's, if you do that, I promise you, they're going to hit numbers. Now, if they don't, and they're not hitting the numbers, then you have conversations to have. I see you didn't do any last week. Why? What happened last week? Why didn't you get any appointments from me last week? Or are you asking the right questions? And this is a training opportunity. And I had a conversation with a agent this morning, and he has some people in his agency that he knows are underperforming, and he's being careful because it's an agency that he bought recently, and he doesn't want to rock the boat too much because he's got a good team. They're good people, and he believes they're all on board. But I believe they're underperforming, and I think he's starting to see that too. And we came up with, can you get me 2 quotes a day? And does that sound like that's reasonable? And he's like, yeah. And are they doing that? And he said, no. And I said, well, this is a tactic you can use, to get people to just do better, do their job and hold them accountable. So this is a method where you can have the right conversations with people instead of hoping that they're going to be hitting their goals and hoping that the policies show up. And this way you come in every day and you see that number every day. When you see that goal every day, they kind of reset every morning. They're like, okay, I'm on track. I did it well yesterday. I got a couple yesterday. I just got to do that again. And you're trying to build habits with your people. Okay. You're trying to make sure that they're doing these things every day, and these things take time. So you got to commit to something like this for 90 days. And if all of a sudden you see a spike, then you keep it up all year. Now, this is for you as the agency owner to make sure it's being tracked properly and it's being monitored properly and the conversations are happening, that's on you as the agency owner. You can throw a whiteboard up there and it can sit there and collect dust, and that's not going to do anybody any favors. But if they can see what's happening, it's like a soft reset every day where they come in and they can see where they're at. It's really important. I do it every day. I don't have a whiteboard, but I have, I look at my trackers every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, we haven't done this. We're low on this. We need this. And we have conversations and we go and get it that way. But that's my way of looking at my performance. So there you go. Those are my thoughts for you today. Thank you so much for listening. Do me a favor, send me a text, 208, what's my number? 208-213-8809. And check out agencylaunch.net. It's all my training. It's everything I've learned. It's everything I wish I knew when I started my agency. So go check it out. Thank you so much for listening and keep up the good work.